telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures. You and your protocol. You and your policies. None of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas. You and your standards. You and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers. Going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged. Stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Marq Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking These Beats. How y'all feel? What's the deal? Make some noise for your damn self if you made it here tonight. Oh, yeah. Life is precious, man. Life is precious. Somebody didn't make it tonight. Michael McKinson is one of those people who did not make it tonight. Oh, man, he was looking good when he started. Man, I was trying to share the link out, man, then my phone died. So I was like, you know what? I'm not about to run that 5-minute intro again. I'm not about to do that. We'll just start the show. How y'all feel out there? Let me do a couple shout outs before we get right into it. I got the link out there. Anybody want to pull up? It's out there. Let me do my shout outs real quick. But shout out to everybody who's pulling up. Let me do this. Got to give a big up, bigger respect to everybody out there who's following this boxing team and who was with me and picked Blair Cobb. Oh yeah, Blair Cobb pulled off the upset tonight. Pulled off a little upset. He did what he was supposed to do. Beat his ass. And I told y'all he would. Actually, no, I told World Combat Sports. Let me see. I got Shelton in the background. Hold on, one quick second, Shelton. Let me do this real quick. Let me do these members only. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who pulling out. I'm gonna pull y'all right on the stage right now. What up? Appreciate you, man. Let's do this real quick. Let me do this real quick. Members roll call. Brandon Washington, what's up? What up? Born Supreme. What up? Carmen Serene. What up? Lisa Bells. What up? That guy Eclipse 330. What up? Ace Retro. What up? Lady Shen Dum Dum Season. What up? Dub Right Side. What up? Appreciate you, homie. What up? Jake Legault. What up? Rider of the motherfucking storm. What up? Boxing Lounge. What up? Tank the Sweet Science Examiner. He's an architect. You already know. What up? Puro, what up? Friends and family. What up? D Bevel, friends and family. What up? Rob G, all my neighbors. What up? Derek Lincoln, my neighbor. What up? Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting the show in a major way. Without you guys, we could not do this damn show. With that said, let's get back to the bread. It's your man Marq Nash, another great episode of Breaking Beats. You already know what we're going to do. We're going to break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, anything else you and I feel like talking about. It's a hip-hop, political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why? Because life is serious enough. Life got real serious for Vergil Ortiz. After that performance, life definitely got serious after those liver shots hit Michael McKinson. I got the boxing scholar here. I got Shelton Moore. How y'all feel? What up? What's popping, y'all?
Good.
What up, Mark?
What's good, man? What did y'all think of the fights tonight?
Well, first of all, let's give a shout out to Michael McKinson. That motherfucker showed a lot of heart. He was getting beat on for 9 rounds. I gave him the first round, nothing after that.
You gave him what?
I gave him the first round.
Oh, man.
Nothing after that.
Okay.
Nothing after that. Vergil beat him down, stopped him. Broke him down to the body. Vergil was hitting him with hard shots all night. But McKinson got heart. You got to give him that. If you don't give him nothing else, you got to give him that.
Okay, talk to me.
I don't think Vergil's ready for the top 3 guys in the division yet. Not from what I've seen tonight. But he's a good young fighter. He's number 1 in the WBO, number 1 in the WBA now. I think he should go after Stanionis.
You said the top 3 guys. It's top 2 guys.
Yeah.
It's top 2.
No, it's 3 guys at the top of the division right now, in my opinion.
It's only 2 guys.
Really 4.
It's only 2
4.
guys, bro. It's only 2.
No. Really, there's 4, to be honest. There's Crawford, there's Spence. There's Crawford, there's Spence. There's Ennis, and then there's Stanionis. Those are the top guys in the division right now.
How they over him and he's ranked number 1 in more places than those guys? Because
Stanionis has a belt. He doesn't.
Regular. Okay, yeah, he do got a WBA regular. You know what? You're
right. Yeah, and Boots is just better than him.
Didn't they put a damn WBO belt around him at the end? Let me check my screenshots now.
That's the international belt, bro. That's the international belt.
An international WBO belt? They need to cut that shit.
Yeah, that's not a belt.
Hey, look, Sheldon, that international belt, hold it. All right.
Those are the top 4 guys in the division right now. It's Crawford 1, Spence 2, Boots 3. I think Boots is just as good, better than all them guys, and Stanionis 4. He should go after Stanionis because he has the WBA path to get to him.
I thought he's number 1 in the WBA though.
That's what I just said. He has the WBA path to get to Stanionis. He should go after him.
Okay. Boxing Scholar, what you think of the fights? And what is Vergil Ortiz ready for those big names? Is he ready for the top dogs, as they would say?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what shocked me more tonight than the fight. Uncle Shelton Moore didn't say neither one of them motherfuckers was bums. I almost had a heart attack. But yeah, the fight was good. It was a good fight. I agree with Shelton Moore. He knows the game, man. Like, something that you can't teach is confidence. And that dude had a lot of confidence. And I knew that it would get him at least to the 3rd or 4th round, you know, because he wasn't scared. He wasn't a scary fighter. He actually went out and hurt him in the 1st round. And he went out there and tried to make a statement that this ain't gonna be like everybody else. You're gonna have to earn your check tonight. And he made him earn it. He took him to the 9th round. He's never been to the 9th round before. And I agree with Sheldon. Everybody's talking about this boot shit. Y'all better hold up. He got hurt tonight. Y'all better hold on and wait a couple more fights and let him mature more, because he running the boots. I got a feeling he's not gonna like the outcome of that fight.
what I say about this is I think he's fought better competition than Boots in it. I'm sorry, y'all. I really do. I think he fought better competition than Boots in it.
I wouldn't disagree with you. I would say he has. I think Mean Machine is better than anybody that Boots has fought.
Yeah.
I admit that. But that doesn't mean he beats Boots.
Somebody said they didn't see him get hurt tonight.
Oh, he got hurt in the first round. He did get clipped.
They go check their eyes.
Yeah, he got clipped. But Vergil got hurt and Vergil got a chin, so it didn't affect him, as you saw. The headbutt didn't affect him. Vergil just kept coming. The pressure was too much, and it broke the kid down. But the kid got heart. You got to give McKinson heart. You got to give McKinson that. He got heart. He stood in there and fought that man. He did the best he could.
Got my boy Rob G in the building. Rob G, what you think of the fight, man? Is Vergil Ortiz ready for the big dogs at 147? Can he beat Crawford? Can he beat Spence? Can he beat both? Can he not beat either of those guys? What say you?
Hey, what up, Mark? Hey, shout out to the channel, man. Honestly, man, you know me. I'm from Texas, so I always support Texas fighters. But in my opinion, I really don't think that Vergil is ready. I don't think he can beat Crawford. I don't think he can beat Spence. I really don't know if it was ring rust or not. Or you know what? I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't think it was ring rust. I just don't think he's ready yet. And I think he's a good fighter. I think he's got a lot of potential, but he's not ready for the top guys. But it was a good fight. You know, one thing about Vergil, he's always going to make it an exciting fight. And, you know, yeah, that's it.
Damn show was entertaining, man. I enjoyed it, man. I definitely enjoyed the shot. Let me do a big shout out to the new member, my boy Deuce Times in the building.
Shout out to Deuce, man. Turning green. What's up, Deuce?
Yeah, Deuce don't crossed over to the green.
Deuce.
Big Deuce, man.
Let's leave that big Deuce Times. Let's leave him on the screen. He don't crossed over, man, to the green team. Let's go. Shout out to my brother Deuce Time. One more time. Fuck it.
Deuce Time, green side. What's going down, man?
Green side. There we go. All right, let's talk about it. Mike McKinson, I gave Mike McKinson more than one round. Rob G, the boxing scholar, did y'all give Mike McKinson more than one round? Shelter Moore only gave him the first round. I gave him more than one round. What did y'all do?
Two, if you're being generous.
Go ahead.
That's all I had to say. I say maybe two at the most. He didn't win a lot of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't give him too much. I can't really say like how many rounds I gave him. To be honest, when I watch a fight, I don't really score it, but you know, I just enjoy it. But you know, I really don't give him too much. I think Vergil, you know, had the upper hand. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, y'all said he can't beat. Y'all don't think he's ready for Crawford or Spence, and y'all say y'all don't think he's ready for Boots neither.
No.
So break it down one by one. Break it down. Let's see who won it first.
As far as Spence, no, I don't think he's ready for Spence. I think Spence is he's gonna be too much. He's gonna put on too much pressure for Vergil. I think McKinson put on pressure on Vergil, but the only thing is maybe McKinson didn't just have enough power to really push Vergil back. But you know, I really don't think he's ready for Spence.
Facts. Let me get a bill for that one, homie.
Crawford is a beast, man. Like Crawford, he's a surgeon, man. And just because I go for Spence don't mean I disrespect Crawford. I think they both very talented fighters, you know what I mean? And I think that's one thing that's misconstrued within this boxing community on YouTube. It's just because you pick one, mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hate the other. But no, man, Crawford is a very talented fighter, and I don't think he's ready for Crawford either. As far as Boots Ennis, you know, Boots Ennis is very talented, you know, on paper. And when you talk about resume, yeah, Vergil got the better resume. But, you know, Boots Ennis, you know, just because he got the better resume don't mean he's better. I think Boots Ennis will give him a good fight. I really can't say who will win. You know, I'm going to lead towards Boots, but at the same time, I'm going to ride with Texas. But, yeah, man. Yeah, that's how I'm rolling.
All right, Shelton Moore, take the floor, bro. Your mic's muted.
I'm here. Yeah, Vergil defense is not good enough for Spence or Crawford at this point. Boots is athletic, fast, strong, powerful. Vergil using that face first defense. He's not ready for that. He's not ready for those type of guys yet. He got to get defense, got to get better. And he was getting caught with shots from McKinson. If that was Boots Ennis, that fight would have went a little differently.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. He was getting pieced up by McKinson at some points, but I just really don't think that they were doing any damage physically.
Right. It was like he didn't have enough pop. He was walking through him. Looking like the Terminator in that, bro.
Yeah, I think that the reason why those guys would destroy him is because he still fights kind of amateurish as far as he's not patient enough. If you go look at Boots may have not fought the better competition as Vergil, but if you go look at him in the ring, he's very calm and relaxed. If you go look at this fight tonight, he didn't get the knockout until he stopped trying to get the knockout. A lot of times he would have him trapped in the corner and he would come and throw a right hand and the guy would just pivot out the corner. Towards the end of the fight, when he got more settled down in the fight and he was relaxed, he started trapping him more and throwing body shots, and he ended up stopping him with a body shot. So he's still learning to me. He's still learning. I feel like Boots and them, they already have that deep down belief where they're confident, especially Bud. We already know we ain't got to speak on Bud. He stopped Sean Porter by being patient. You know what I mean? And nobody had ever did that before. So I think that he needs a couple more fights to really develop mentally before he gets thrown in there with these guys who already have that quality.
Developmentally? What you mean?
Sheldon Moore, do you understand what I just said? Guys who already have that quality.
Oh, that's one. Developmentally? Oh, that's me in the background. My bad. Developmentally, bro. No, he just skipped over what I said. What you mean? He was like, "Fuck you, Marq Nash." Sheldon Moore, you understood me, right? No, I'm
because OG Sheldon Moore know exactly what I'm talking about. You would agree that most of the game is mental, right?
A lot of it mental. I didn't think he looked mentally weak in there tonight.
Not weak, but patience is part of the mental process, Mark. Like that's why amateurs, if you go watch an amateur fight, they just throw a whole bunch of punches. They fight, they say trainers say they fight off piss and vinegar. They just keep throwing. But as they become and they start developing, and then they transition to the pros, that's when they start honing down and started being more patient, setting up the shots, because you have more time to do it, because it's an adjustment that you have to make mentally. I don't think he's mentally weak. I didn't say that. I just said he has to mature and develop the full confidence to know that the knockout's gonna come instead of trying to force it. That's a skill.
Real quick, Deuce Time said, "This is the first time I ever gave an internet nigga my money." He said, "You better not let me down, Marq Nash." I'm gonna do my best.
Hey man,
Deuce, I'm gonna do my best.
No, that's what about. That's why we was talking about the other night. We was talking about when is a fighter in his prime. A fighter in his prime, in my opinion, is when the mental catches up to the physical. Because the physical, mental catches up to the physical, you can put both together. That's when you're in your prime.
Yeah, I agree. Because I mean, just because mentally don't mean you mentally mentally in tune with your power and what you could do, but just it's more about like I said, just sitting in just being patient. You know what I mean? Just yeah.
I will say this. The guy came out there with a spark, man. He had a nice spark when he started, and I believe he was definitely giving Vergil Ortiz some trouble. I gave Mike McKinson round 1 and 2. I gave Vergil Ortiz 3 and 4. I gave Mike McKinson round 5 and 6. I gave Vergil Ortiz 7, 8, and 9 when he ended it. Yeah. I was being generous because I was giving Mike McKinson credit. Giving him credit for making Vergil Ortiz miss. He was snapping his head back with that straight left. And what's interesting about these next few opponents for him, they're southpaws. Those other top guys, Spence, southpaw. Crawford he's a switch hitter, but he does a lot of work in the southpaw stance. Boots can switch, does a lot of work in the southpaw stance. This is going to be interesting where they choose to move him going forward. Wow. I will say this as well. Mo Hooker got his ass beat tonight, man. Can we make some noise for that? Oh my God. He got his ass beat. What's next for him? Like, what's next for Blair the Flair Cobb? I know y'all saw it. Blair the Flair came in there. He dropped him in the first, dropped him twice in the second. What did you guys think of the performance?
I'm gonna drop a nugget for you. You're probably gonna get mad at me when I say this, but I'm gonna tell you what the next fight's gonna be from Golden Boy. You ready?
Speak on it.
It's gonna be Blair the Flair versus Vergil Ortiz.
Blair the Flair versus Vergil Ortiz. Will I watch that? Is that what we want?
No, that's not what we want. That's what we're gonna get.
That ain't what we
that's
want.
Not what we want, but that's what we're gonna get.
I don't want to see that shit.
But that's what we're gonna get. But that's what we're gonna get. You watch. That's what we're gonna get.
No, I can agree with Sheldon on that, man. He was calling him out in the post fight. As far as business goes, I think I can agree with that.
Did you bet on the fight?
It's definitely not what I want.
What you say? I ain't hear what you say, Boston Scholar.
I remember you telling me you was gonna bet on Blair. Did you bet on him?
No, I never made the bet.
Mark, you would have cleaned up, bro. I think it was like 400 odds.
It was 450. It was like 450 or something. I would have put $10 down. I would have got about 45. I was gonna bet more than $10. I would have put $10 down and won about $45, but it's all good.
Yeah,
I take pride in y'all knowing I made good picks.
Yeah, hey man, I gotta keep it a stack, man. As far as Blair the Flair, I was kind of rooting for him just because one of my good friends is his personal videographer and photographer. Okay. So I saw him in the ring tonight, and that was one of my buddies from the hometown. So I was kind of rooting for Blair at the same time just because I want to see my buddy win. But yeah, man, yeah.
Was y'all digging the Stone Cold jacket? Blair is crazy, man. Blair is crazy.
Hey, I was a big Stone Cold fan back in the day.
Yeah, me too. I saw
back when it was WWF before it turned into WWE.
Yeah.
The highlight of that fight to me was when Bud took over the corner.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it?
What was going on?
Now that leads to a question: who is really the trainer over there?
Bro, that goes
because
back.
Bud was telling that man exactly what to do. Just Mo Hooker couldn't do it, but he was telling him what to do. Put your foot on the outside of his left foot, touch him to the chest. When you step over, you'll catch him with something coming in.
So do y'all think that he just wasn't paying attention to the game plan, or do you think that the 3 pounds overweight was him just being out of shape and not being having enough gas to come in on the fight? What y'all think?
I think that the death of his close friend and the photographer affected him. I don't think he was mentally there. I don't think he was physically there. He just looked terrible tonight. And when Bud was giving him the instructions, he just couldn't pull it off. He couldn't physically do it.
Damn, I didn't know that he had a friend, a photographer that just passed.
Yeah, she passed like 3 weeks ago.
Damn.
Hold on, say that again. Say that again.
His videographer, the person that took all his pictures, one of the reasons she's been with him since the beginning of his career, she died 3 weeks ago. And I think that affected him a lot.
Damn.
But not to take nothing away from Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair showed up. He was in shape, and he showed up tonight. You got to give Cobb his credit. He showed up.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, go ahead.
I think it was a mixture of what Sheldon Moore said. The weight gain, obviously, now that we know, like we seen him in the ring, he didn't perform good with the weight gain. So it obviously was might have been a little touch of him not being in camp and all the way focused as he needed to be. And then, I felt like Bud kept him in the fight. It would be like if you looked up to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan knows the game, but Phil Jackson is still his coach. But if Michael Jordan give you advice, man, you fucking listen. That's how I felt he was doing. Like I felt like Bud might have reached him. He was drifting to a dark place, and Bud might have pulled him out. Bud's gonna make a hell of a trainer.
That's a good analogy, man.
Let me read a couple of these real quick. Cause we got some new people in the neighborhood. Shout out to all the new people that's pulling up for the first time. Welcome home to your home away from home to probably your new favorite show. What's popping? What's popping?
What up?
Read a couple good comments. My boy Jaza in here, or is that Joza? Or is it Joza? Is it Spanish? I don't know. I'm gonna call him Jay. Jay said Vergil would put a whooping on Crawford and Spence. They need to fight him or get the fuck out the way. All right.
What up, gangsta?
All right, I see you. Emmett said Mighty Mo, not Mighty No Mo. Oh shit.
What up, gangsta?
He said he had some good fights in the past. Blair looked better. Had a spark when you started, and now you just garbage.
What up?
All right, shout out to Emmett Johnson. Shout out to Johnson, casual base guy in here. He said, man, Bud wanted his man to win. That's all. They said Bud is his own promoter, coach, and fighter against the road with Daz. Is that Dose or Daz? Dose. All right, what up, Dose?
What up?
What's popping, Dose?
Hell, man.
What y'all think of those comments? He said he'll beat Crawford and Spence. The phone lines are open too. Let me take some calls too. Y'all want to call in? Whether you agree with me, whether you agree with the panel, you want to just voice your opinion, tell us what you thought about the fight, call in. The phone lines are open, 470-705-9507, 470-705-9507, 470-705-9507. Call me now. What y'all think of what the chat?
That comment. Hey, that's that man's opinion. I don't believe he's ready. I believe Crawford stops him. I believe Spence stops him. I don't know if Boots stops him, but Boots beats him. Hey, but you can't. Yeah, I can't dispute another man's opinion. He thinks Vergil's ready. Okay, well, you know what my motto is, Mark. Put his ass in there.
Man, that dude tripping like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Speak up a little bit, Boston Scholar. Turn up.
Tripping like a motherfucker. Beat the shit out. I don't know if the person that was watching the fight that commented couldn't have seen the first 3 rounds because all the other guy was doing, McKinson was hitting him with check left hooks. That's Bud's bread and butter. Remember when he turned Sean Porter into the turnbuckle? Not
check
to mention
check right hook.
Check right hook. My bad. When he switches, it could be a check left. That's what I'm saying. Like Bud is so versatile and patient. He would them shots that he was getting hit with Vergil tonight. He would be getting hit by somebody that could actually punch and box. That is a dangerous combination. You know, too many times people in boxing fall in love with the power. And it is good because, you know, power is, like they say, the great equalizer. But you're talking about a person that can box and has power. Put, like Sheldon Moore say, put them in there. I love people that believe shit like that because I make a lot of money off suckers.
My man said, hold on, what you say? You make a lot of money off suckers?
It never heard of it.
Odds.
Oh, odds. My boy said,
Mark, your voice is just being funny. That's why I subscribed to you like weeks ago. You can't let me ha.
I'm not here for your amusement, homie.
I'm not the fucking clown.
No, I'm joking. But I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing.
Hey, check us out, man. As long as you subscribe, bro, give brother them watch hours. It's all good.
Absolutely, man. You're a brother to me. Let's get it. I will say this, man. Somebody said I didn't enjoy the match. Patricia Shelton said she didn't enjoy that match. Which one? The Mo Hooker, Blair Cobb? Or you didn't enjoy the main event? Which match you didn't enjoy? What did you guys think of the overall card, though? We did have a good fight on the prelims as well. The kid
Austin.
Floyd Schofield. I like Floyd Schofield.
Sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to motherfucking Kid Austin, man. Yes, sir. Hey, man, that's a future champ, man.
That kid right there, he's 19 years old. Hey, give him a couple more years, few more fights. He's going to be a problem.
Hey, I'm Kid Austin all the way, man.
Yeah, man. I think you said a couple more years. Shoot. Give him a couple more fights. I think he'd be. I'd love to see him mix it up with some of those guys that won 35 round this time next year.
He's 19 years old. I mean, he's 19. You got to give him a little chance to grow, man. Them dudes all got 20 plus, 30 fights. Them dudes is seasoned professionals, man. He ain't ready for them yet. He got like 6 fights. Give that man a couple more years. He gets like 15, 16 fights. Then he's a problem. But right now, at 5, 6 fights, he's not ready for them cats. He's still fighting 4 rounders, bro. He's still fighting 4 rounders, 8 rounders.
Yeah, he fought 8 rounder tonight.
I agree, though, man. You got to give him some more time. I think he's definitely going to be a problem. I definitely agree. He needs some more time. I think he was a little bit too eager in this situation. He was looking for the knockout. You know what I mean? He wanted to put some pressure on him, and he was just he was just too eager, man. You gotta chill back. You know what I mean? And just you can't look for the knockout. Just let that shit happen. But he was, you know, I still shout out to him. Maybe because he's from he ain't from, but he represent my home city. So I'm always behind Kid Austin.
I shout out to Against the Ropes with Dose. He said, yes, sir. He said he's been in the gym with him, man. He's nice as fuck. Excuse me. He said, I think he with Don King right now. Nah, he's with Golden Boy. You talking about Kid Austin? He's with Golden Boy. Had his first Golden Boy event tonight. He was the last card on the prelims before they got into the main card.
Now, question right here to you, Mark. Do you think him signing with Golden Boy was a good move?
Why not? Who else was offering him a deal? Did you
I understand that. I mean, we don't know because, like you always say, bro, we're not in the boardroom, so we don't know who was offering the deal. But my point is, it ain't too many black fighters being promoted by Oscar De La Hoya and his people. So
that's day one.
That's day one. Every time. That's day one.
I'm just saying.
So check us out, man. Hey, so check us out. I think the way his dad wants to move is he wants to own a lot of his shit. He wants to own a lot of his intellectual property, and I think he wants to have a lot of ownership on what he does. And the way he explained it is, Golden Boy gave him the contract as far as like what he wanted. Do I think it's a good move? I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see how it plays off. But I hope it's a good deal. That's all I can say.
Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen real quick. I'll answer the question as well. Shout out to Born Supreme. What up, Born Supreme? Gave you a shout out earlier too. Rewind it to the beginning, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I will say this. When I heard the story of how he got with Oscar, they said Oscar left him a comment on one of his IG posts when he was about 16 and said, hey man, keep doing your thing. I'm watching. You got a bright future ahead. They stayed in touch over the next couple of years. And he was seeing Oscar clips and correspondence and showing his fight, showing his work. And then Oscar reached out to him and said, hey man, we want to sign you to Golden Boy.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that, man.
So he originally signed with Cameron Davies out of San Antonio, because Cameron Davies is doing a lot of good things out of San Antonio. And he oh shit, here goes the call. All right, go ahead and handle that.
Call from
Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, what's popping, my G? How you doing? Welcome home to your home away from home. What up, though?
What up?
What's up, buddy? How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good, man. Talk to me. What's on your mind, Jerry?
Just a couple things about the card tonight. Hooker, I was impressed with Hooker when he fought Ortiz. Even though he got stopped in that fight, he showed toughness, and he was big at the weight and rangy, and I could tell that he was a good fighter. Tonight, I could tell that he dropped too much weight. You could see in his body that he carries. He's a bigger guy. He can't try to get. I think 154 might be a stretch for him, and that's why he didn't have his legs. You know, when you see a fighter that's been dehydrated, and I know he missed the weight, but still, I could tell he lost too much weight. He didn't have his legs, and he was slow as hell. He was slow as hell in there against his opponent tonight. And his opponent looked pretty good, man. He had a good game plan to load up on those big shots and mollywop him like that, because if he would have tried to box him more traditionally, it probably would have been a closer fight. So that was a good win for the young buck. Good rebound win for him. But it's time for Hooker to either throw in the towel and retire, or definitely move up. But I also wanted to talk a second about Ortiz.
Go ahead, speak on it.
Yeah, okay. That guy is pure aggression, and he can seriously punch, and he is a straight up beast. And I'm not going to sit here and say that he beats Bud Crawford or Errol Spence. Or I'm not going to say he definitely beats any of the top guys, but he's even competition with any of the top guys. With that type of aggression that he's shown me, plus his chin is good. I've seen him get hit with some big shots, and I've seen him get a tiny bit buzzed, but I've seen Bud Crawford get a tiny bit buzzed by Gamboa and Kavaliauskas. So it doesn't really bother me when an aggressive fighter takes a shot now and then, because it's boxing and you're going to take shots once in a while. And it doesn't bother me necessarily if they get knocked down or just buzzed a little. You know, if they stand up to it, then the chin is like that. And Ortiz has got all the tools, man. He's got all the tools, and it's getting real close to the time to stop thinking that, you know, he's not ready. You know, if he ain't ready now, he's probably not going to be ready. So if I was Oscar, I'd try to get him in against somebody, but you know, the belts are all jammed up between just a couple fighters in that division, and we all know we're waiting on the Spence Crawford fight, you know, so there's not a lot of opportunity really for Boots or Vergil, you see?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody want to respond to that? Oh, go ahead.
Well, yeah, but you know, just to add to that, that was a good performance. And see, it again is a reminder to boxing fans, and myself included, a lot of times when you don't hear and you don't know these European fighters, it doesn't mean that they can't fight or that they're not good fighters. You know, it just means, like, you know, we haven't really been exposed to them. Now, Ortiz's opponent tonight didn't have any power, and that was clear. But he had a very good style. Against a less aggressive fighter, I could see where that guy would be problematic. He had good size on him, do it. At 47, a guy had nice size on him. And, you know, much like Devin Haney, he's not a puncher, but he probably punches good enough to keep most fighters honest. And he's awkward. And that right there is, he's definitely not without skill. I mean, he was making Ortiz miss big shots, and he was countering effectively at times.
Right.
He just didn't have enough punch to keep such an aggressive fighter off. And that's going to be a problem for the top guys, too. I mean, that type of aggression is extremely hard to deal with. And I don't care who you are. You know, I'm not saying Ortiz beats Bud Crawford or Errol Spence, but to me, he definitely belongs in the ring with them.
Okay. Well, I got another call, Jerry. Thanks for calling in, man. You're more than welcome to call back. All right.
Thank you, Dan.
Good call. All right. What's popping?
From?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He hung up. Okay. That was Clips. Clips, call back. Let's see if I can get Clips back on the phone. What y'all think of what the caller Jerry had to say? He had a lot to say right there.
Well, he's right. What he's saying is actually right. It's just that, you know, the guy is a very aggressive fighter. But the problem is, like the boxing scholar was elaborating on earlier, when you run the guys who can box and have punching power, you got to have some kind of defense. And did you see Vergil using any kind of defense tonight? I didn't. He was just walking that guy down, eating shots, because he had no respect for the guy's power. But if you fall into that, you run into a Stanionis, you run into a Boots, you run into a Crawford or a Spence. That's not going to turn out well for you, because those dudes can punch.
Somebody said he fought at 130. This was at 135. He fought Julio Sanchez at 135. His last fight, it was he fought at 132. The other guy was 131. This fight right here was 133, 130, and the other guy came in at 134. They announced it. They said he's gonna campaign at lightweight. So that's what they were saying during the fight. His last he hasn't fought at below 130 since October 2021. So that's a little fact check right there. But he has been fighting at 135 though. So
yeah, so that's my take on it. You know, he gonna have to become way more defensively responsible as he moves up in competition. Like I said earlier, he's the number one contender in the WBO and the WBA now. So if he's the number one contender in the WBA, I would be going after Stanionis. That puts me in line. If I beat Stanionis, then the top whoever has the belts got to fight me or drop the belt. One of the two.
I think a lot of tonight was he knew he had to make a statement early against a puncher, like Ali did against Foreman. You know, he went out and hit Foreman with a right cross to show him that, you know, you got to make a puncher respect your power. And that's what he did. But I think he did too much of that tonight. And he stood in front of him too long and he absorbed them body shots that he just never recovered from. Even when he was throwing shots in like the 5th or the 6th round, they didn't have no zest on him. It was just like he was just throwing the punch just to throw it. And I think he had he been an orthodox fighter, he would have went sooner. I think his southpawness, his confidence, and the fact that he bends down really, really low, and a lot of the shots were coming over the top, and he was pivot off. He knew how to survive. So that's why I think he survived tonight. But I think if he gets in there, like I said, with a person who could actually box and has punching power like him, he's gonna get pieced up. Bud's gonna beat him very easily, fairly easily, and everybody's gonna be surprised. Watch if they ever get in the ring.
All right, let's look at these welterweights right here. Now, I'm looking at this welterweight landscape. You got Crawford, Spence, Ennis, Ugas is still up there. Can Vergil Ortiz can he beat a Keith Thurman?
Yeah.
Yes. Keith Thurman can't take body shots.
Yeah, he would kill Keith Thurman. Keith don't have a good poker face neither. When he gets hit with a good body shot, he'll start grimacing. He'll basically try to call a timeout. Yeah, he would kill Keith Thurman.
But he get hit. Keith know how to fight better off the back foot too, though. It ain't like Keith got there getting dropped left and right with body shots. People say he ain't got no good poker face. He has great lateral movement and keep y'all from hitting him there again.
Did you see the Barrios fight, Marq Nash?
Hold on, you say he ain't never faced no puncher like Vergil Ortiz?
Never.
No, he hasn't. Okay. No, he hasn't. Did you see the Barrios fight, Marq Nash?
Yeah, you know I saw the Barrios fight.
Did you see that man get hit in the body and immediately spit his mouthpiece out?
Did you see him get knocked down? I ain't see him get knocked down.
I seen him take that body shot and spit that mouthpiece out.
He put it in his
hand. Barrios don't hit nowhere near as hard as Vergil. Nowhere near.
You want to know what's the key to why I know Vergil would stop Keith Thurman? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but he doesn't accept clinches. Whenever he tried to tie him up tonight, he will push his ass off and keep fighting. He wouldn't give him his hands. And that's going to be a key factor when Keith Thurman gets hurt. Keith Thurman was hurt to the body by Pacquiao. Pacquiao's not even a body puncher. Vergil would destroy Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman would do good to stay away from this guy and try to fight Jake Paul like he's trying to do now.
Keith Thurman will never fight Vergil Ortiz. You don't even have to worry about that much.
Damn, you say Keith Thurman trying to fight Jake Paul?
Of course he is.
Damn.
I ain't heard of that. Never heard of it. What my drop said. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I ain't heard of that, but you know what? It wouldn't surprise me though. It really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they calling each other out. Yeah, they doing it.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll never fight Vergil. Keith Thurman won't fight Boots. He gonna price himself so high that they won't make the fight. You gonna ask for $10 million to fight either one of those cats.
Can Vergil Ortiz beat Conor Benn?
Yes.
I agree. Yes,
he could beat Conor. Yeah. Y'all got him beating Stanionis?
I don't know.
No, that's a toss-up.
Why is that more of a toss-up than why was it so easy to say Conor Benn? Y'all think Conor Benn
is one-dimensional? Stanionis can box and he got a nasty jab.
The one of the best jabs I seen him win a whole fight with his jab. He's cold with that fuck. He used that jab like a power, like a right hand. That shit is cold.
What about you, Rob G? Same question. You think he could beat Stanionis, Conor Benn? Either one of those guys?
I'm gonna be 1,000%, man. I really don't pay attention to Stanionis, so I can't answer that honestly.
At least you're being honest. What about Conor Benn? You familiar with him?
Yeah. I think Vergil's gonna beat Conor Benn. I think Conor Benn. I really like Conor Benn, but I just don't think he has the experience as Vergil.
And none of y'all got him beating Crawford or Spence.
Absolutely not.
None of y'all got him beating.
Never heard of it.
It never heard of it.
None of y'all got him beating Boots Ennis, right? Just going through.
No, I don't got him beating Boots. I would love to see him beat Boots just because, Vergil from Texas and, me, I support Texas always, but I really don't. I don't think so.
What about Ugas? Can he beat Ugas?
Man, Ugas ribs still fucked up from spit.
Somebody said,
yes.
Fuck Marky Garcia. Damn, Rider of the Storm. Rider of the Storm said Mikey Garcia.
It never heard of it.
Damn.
He beats Ugas. He beats who else is up there in the welterweight division? He beats Ugas, definitely.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be
Thurman. He
Ugas.
beats those guys. Yeah, he's a good fighter, man. Vergil's good, man. It's just certain guys, the style, the athleticism, he can't match it.
Okay.
And the
Let me ask
power,
you guys. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right. Can you beat David Avanesian?
We don't know. He didn't take the fight. Turn the fight down. So
We don't know any of these. You kind of seem a little nervous about answering that one. Okay.
No, I'm just telling you the truth. He didn't take the fight, so that tells me a lot. You're supposed to fight the guy, and you pulled out. So hey.
You talking about Vergil
Ortiz? Yes.
He said a lot of people. He talked about that in the post fight. He said, "Yeah, I was sick. A lot of people was, gave him a little grief. So he said he came into this fight with a chip on his shoulder. If he had a chip on his shoulder for this fight, I don't want to see him with a chip on his shoulder. Shit, he looked deadly in there at certain points, but I didn't like how he was getting hit clean and flush from a guy who I just seen. Oh, Mike McKinson was doing some slick shit in there. I gave him more credit than you did. You only gave him credit for one round.
He's a slick boxer, but he has 2 knockouts in 22 fights. I mean, come on. You can't keep Vergil off of you. You're in trouble.
Yeah, I agree, man. If Michael McKinson would have had some more power, I think it might have been a different story tonight.
But also, if Mike McKinson had more power, Vergil Ortiz might have fought a different fight. He might not have just bulldozed his way in there. Can we agree to that too? Because he would have.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Now we're speaking hypotheticals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Rider of the Storm said he beats everyone except Crawford and Boots to me. He said to me versus Spence, it's a toss-up. So he said he might can beat Spence. What y'all think of what Rider of the Storm said? He said he might can beat Spence.
I don't think so. No, I don't think he'll beat Spence because Spence has experience. Spence is a dog, and Spence is gonna meet his aggression with aggression. See, this guy was trying to box and move and get away from him. Spence is gonna come right to him.
Yeah, he's tailor-made for Spence. He's gonna try to get into a slug out, and who can hit the hardest. And Spence is gonna stand there, and he's a bigger dude. He's gonna back him up. He's tailor-made for Spence.
Reggie said Vergil Ortiz sounded scared as fuck when they asked him about fighting Crawford. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all think he sounded a little apprehensive? Did he sound scared?
No, he didn't sound apprehensive. He told the truth. He said, they asked him about Bud. He said, well, Crawford's tied up right now, but if that fight presents itself, I would love to fight. What else can he say? He knows that dude's going for undisputed. He knows what's happening.
Rob G, same question.
Yeah, man, I think he, to be honest, man, I really don't think Vergil Ortiz is scared to fight anybody. Win, lose, draw, man. I think he's going to fight, but he ain't going to win that fight.
Boston Scholar, did he sound scared when they brought up Crawford about?
I didn't hear it, but I will say this: Crawford was there, and you know what they say when you call the devil's name and he appears, it's a different fucking story.
I never heard that. Never heard of that. But
It never heard of it.
But okay, shoot. I'll be calling the devil name out. Shoot.
That's Bane. That's Bane from Batman. Remember, he said Bane. He said, "Speak the devil's name, and he shall appear."
Oh man, I didn't even know that. I gotta go back and watch it again. I forgot all about that. I need to make.
What's that on Batman? What you saying? It's on Batman?
Yeah. I'm gonna make that the drop in Israel whenever he pull up.
All right, look, and I'm gonna give you another nugget before you move on, Mark. Wednesday, the WBO ordered that if Spence and Crawford can't make their fight, Crawford is ordered to fight Vergil Ortiz.
Did they put a clock on it?
No. They said they can't make their fight. They're giving them all opportunity to make their fight. If they can't reach a deal and they say the fight's off or it's not happening or we're going to come back to the table later, then Crawford will have to make a fight with Ortiz because he's the number one contender. He's the mandatory.
You know what?
But I thought they was hold up. I thought they said he was something for the WBA. I thought if he wins this fight, he was gonna be number one for the WBA. I thought he was Spence man.
He's number one in both organizations, Mark. Both.
Okay. And Boots is so I thought hold up. Spence is gonna be the mandatory for the IBF for Boots. And Boots is his IBF mandatory, and Vergil's is WBA mandatory.
Yes.
I think Vergil is above Boots in a lot of the rankings.
But Boots is the number one contender. He's the Mando in the IBF. Vergil's the Mando in the WBA and the WBO.
Okay.
Which fight would y'all rather see Spence fight? Vergil
Either one. Either one.
No. I'm gonna tell you like Lady Shan said, you can't pick either one. You can't pick both. Gotta pick one. Gotta pick one.
Okay.
Pick a side. Which one would you rather?
I'd rather see him fight. I'd rather see him fight Ennis.
You'll rather see Ennis versus Spence, and tell me why.
Yeah. Because I think it's a better matchup. I think Errol is one of the best in our era right now, especially at welterweight. And I think he's too much for Vergil because Vergil doesn't have enough defense in his arsenal. Vergil uses his face for defense. That's a big problem, especially fighting a guy like Spence. But Boots is athletic. Boots is strong. And Boots has a hell of a boxing IQ.
Yeah.
Boots, I think, will outbox Errol. I think Boots beats him.
What?
I think Boots beats him.
Put a case on it.
I don't think Boots gonna out. I don't think he only gonna outbox Errol. I think he gonna put some hurt on Errol. So Earl's gonna have to punch back.
Say that again. Say that again. We got a dog talking. Say that part again, Rob G. After
No,
you
I
said you
said
said something after that.
No, I said I don't think Boots is only gonna outbox him. I think he also put some hurt on him. You know what I'm saying? I think Earl gonna face some adversity because I think Boots has some power, and I think it's gonna be a good matchup. That's all I'm gonna say.
Boston Scholar, who would you rather see him fight? Vergil Ortiz or Boots Ennis? And how do you see it playing out? You're on mute, Boston.
Definitely Boots.
Okay.
Definitely, I would say Boots because, like Shelton said, stylistically, it's a better fight, and it would be to me like John the Beast Mugabe versus Marvin Hagler. So I would rather see that fight.
Break it down. Why would it be like that? For the people
you got a young person coming up that everybody considers a beast, and with knockout power, and you got to go in there and use your slickness. Errol Spence can go in there and he can fight an inside fight. But he has to mix it up. He can't stay inside the whole time because the younger guy's gonna win because he's gonna beat them in the stamina department, in my opinion. And I just think it'll be a good ass fight. I think Errol Spence will have to use his craftiness. He can't just go in there and just try to out muscle the guy. He has to use his best weapon, which Marvin Hagler used, which was his brain. He combined it with the roughness.
Yeah, like I said, no Stanionis and Showtime like Boots. Vergil can and look, they're gonna make that fight happen with sanction other side of the street or not if he's mandated right for the title. It'll be like the Sean Porter situation with Crawford.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I would like to see and this is just me speaking on like Texas shit. I would like to see Vergil over Boots just because I like to see that title stay in Texas.
Man, we got to get out of that state shit, man. This boxing, man, it's a global sport, Rob G. It's a global sport.
It's a global sport, but you know how I stand.
Yeah, man. So if Texas ain't got no champion, you ain't gonna watch boxing no more, baby? What's up?
No, I never said that. You putting words in my mouth.
There was a question. I didn't say that's what you said.
Oh, okay. No, I support. Hey, man, I watch everything, but I'm just saying though, like I would like to see a Texas fighter versus Texas fighter.
All right, best in
Texas.
I'm
always support whoever has the best talent, regardless. But at the same time, like you can disagree with me or not, man. But I always support Texas.
It's all good. It's all good. Let me see. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Somebody said they said. Okay, shout out to Jerry. Jerry called in earlier too. Jerry, appreciate you. Good call too, Jerry. Appreciate it.
What up?
And the phone lines are open and the panel link is out there if anybody want to join the conversation. Tell me what you thought about the fight. Tell me what you thought about the Mo Hooker getting his ass kicked got dropped in the first, got dropped twice in the second. Blair the Flair Cobb got his revenge, man. Got his revenge. Definitely got his revenge. Got his get back fight tonight.
No, he didn't. No, let me correct that. He didn't get his revenge because Alexis Rocha still whooped his ass, and he ain't fought him again yet.
He got his revenge.
No, Hooker didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Alexis Rocha beat your ass.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Shelmore.
Yeah. Go fight him.
Yeah, all he did was show us that the demons, he over the demons of him getting knocked out.
To be honest with you, I don't even think he over the demons. I really don't, because he had a good early fight, but once it got into the later rounds, he started running a lot. So, in my opinion, I really don't think he over the demons. I think he just he had a good night tonight. He was the better man tonight, but at the same time, man, like he ran a lot, and that's one thing that.
Is it running or is it lateral movement? Come on, Rob G. Is it running?
No, I think it was running. Tonight it was running. And I'm not saying all lateral movement is running, but tonight what Blair showed, I think it was running.
But you got to remember this, Rob G. What happened before he started? He was sitting down on his punches, but then it was a whole bunch of head clashes that made him start running, or what you call running. I think it was more the head clashes that why he stopped sitting down and lunging in with his head and try to land these big bombs, because headbutts fucking hurt. They hurt sometimes more than punches. So I think he was a little leery of the head. I don't think he had anything to do with the demons of the past of him getting knocked out, because he was throwing with conviction. He wasn't gun shy. If you go back and look at Lennox Lewis' first fight after he got knocked out, he was gun shy. This guy wasn't gun shy.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I think he wasn't gun shy in the beginning, but no, most definitely that's a good point. I think once he definitely got hit, because it was like what, 3 headbutts, maybe 4.
Hold on, what you said about Lewis was gun shy after he got knocked, after he lost to Oliver McCall?
After he was knocked out by McCall, yeah.
You made McCall quit and cry in the corner the next time they fought, right after
No, sorry, that happened years after. That didn't happen right away.
He made him quit and cry in the corner, though.
But it wasn't the next fight. The very next fight, he fought an African dude. I forget his name, but he fought that dude, and he was gun shy at first. And Mayo Stewart got on him for being gun shy.
Okay.
No, but I can see that, like once he got his headbutts, because it was a few, you know what I mean, it just one. And once he got his few headbutts in, man, he was the story changed. So I can agree with that. He was gun shy, man. So I agree.
But I gotta give him his credit though. The man showed up, he fought, he won, and he put that man on his ass 3 times. So Blair Cobb did what he had to do. So we gotta give him credit for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, after in the beginning rounds, that's why I thought, like, I didn't think it was gonna go to 12. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, hey man, he gonna get him out.
Right.
But like I said, like in my opinion, I thought he was running. But like Boxing Scholar said, like once you get them headbutts, it's a different story. So I definitely see that point. So yeah.
Hey, look, not to be argumentative, Boxing Scholar. So I got it pulled up on the screen. He got knocked out by Oliver McCall. He fought Lionel Butler next, knocked him out in the 5th round. Fought Justin Fortune next, knocked him out in the 4th round. Fought Tommy Morrison, knocked him out in the 6th round. You knocking guys out. That fight ain't even going halfway. How gun shy are you?
So it was the Butler fight then.
The 5th, the 4th, the 6th. His next fight was Ray Mercer, majority draw. Then he made Oliver McCall quit and cry in the corner in the 5th. Like, he didn't go past the 6th round other than one time after Oliver McCall.
So it's just like ring rust. Like when if you get in the ring after being out with inactivity, you're not gonna have ring rust for the entire fight. That guy Butler, if Lennox Lewis was the Lennox Lewis before McCall, he wouldn't have went 1 round with him. I don't know if you've seen him knock out Razor Ruddock.
When I hear gunshot, I think of Adrian Broner.
Nah,
that's an example of a gunshot fighter. Adrian Broner, bro.
Well, when we get off of here, go back and look at that fight, and you'll see Lennox Lewis not throwing the punches and Emmanuel Stewart getting after him for not doing it. And then he finally got into a groove and got him out in the 5th round. But it was after a whole bunch of Emmanuel Stewart getting on his ass in the corner, not letting his hands go. He had demons, man. Believe me.
Fair enough. Which is normal, right? You got knocked out. But if you stop that guy in the 5th round, man, like some call that ring rush, just getting the cobwebs out, And look at me giving Lennox Lewis credit. His whole career, I didn't like Lennox Lewis. He was beating all my favorite fighters as a kid growing up, beating all my guys.
Yeah, it's like it's you versus yourself, in the ring. Sometimes when you're battling the demons. So sometimes you could just take a round or two and get the demons out your head and handle business. I mean, in all fairness to Deontay Wilder, shit, if he had got Tyson Fury out of there, he was battling demons up into that fight, and he almost got him out of there. So sometimes it just takes a couple rounds to get used to it, the feel of it, and get back in it and be like, okay, I'm okay. He hit me, and I didn't go anywhere, so I'm good.
Fair enough. Somebody agree with that. Stone Cold Stunner Mo. Yeah, he did. Shout out to Juan Nunez. What up? Shout out to Bronze Flat Power God. What up? Appreciate you. Reggie said, to hell with Texas boxing. What up? And shout out to SF City Slicker. What up?
Shout out to Reggie.
Andrew Charles and Charles. What up? Hey, Charles, I called it over there on World Combat, didn't I? I said, man, I think Blair just looked like he trained harder for the fight. Mo Hooker looked like he spent the whole fight camp and fat camp. Like he went through a fat camp and still couldn't make the weight. Body had no definition at welterweight. Looking for sick.
Marq Nash, the Oracle. Marq Nash called me and was talking about the bet. I thought he was going to bet on Hooker, and I looked at Hooker's record. I said, "You sure you want to bet on this guy?" He said, "No, I want to bet on Blair." I'm like, "Oh, that's a good bet, dude."
Yeah, I wanted to bet on the underdog for one. I just didn't like how a lot of people in boxing just throw him away. I like a comeback story, man. I'm a comeback kid myself. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like to
bet on him.
Hell no, I took a nap. I went to sleep.
No, but like we was talking earlier in the beginning of your show, Mark, boxing, in my opinion, is 85% mental, 15% physical. So with all the shit that's going on in Mo Hooker's life right now, but one of his closest friends dying, and 3 weeks before the fight, I don't think he was there. You could tell by the way he looked. He couldn't even make weight. That dude wasn't there. That I've never seen Mo Hooker look like that. Even when he lost to Vergil, when he lost to Ramirez, he was looking way better than that. He never looked like that. He looked like shit.
Show more.
He looked like, yes.
Hey, show more. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that. So there was a fighter on the undercard that was on the YouTube channel, and he lost his brother. He lost
the guy
his brother,
that fought,
but
that's
he won.
The guy that fought McKinson in LA. That guy, yeah. Chicago.
Let him talk real quick. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna play devil's advocate on that. Like whenever it comes, if you lose somebody, it's gonna weigh on you this way. So I think it depends on the person and how they want to transition that energy, because this person won and his brother just had passed. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I agree 100%. It depends on the person, but I'm just saying, looking at Mo Hooker's past, even when he lost, he was competitive. Tonight, in my opinion, I'm just speaking for myself, Mo wasn't even competitive in that fight. I mean, I don't know where he was. He looked bad. Mo Hooker did not look good.
So I might get some pushback from this, but I say I was more impressed with Hooker tonight than I was Blair Cobbs. And that's because I felt like he got rocked a bunch of times, fell down a bunch of times. He had been knocked out twice. Blair only been knocked out once. And then he never stopped trying to win. I think it was the 9th or 10th round where Blair was trying to get out the corner slow. He ran over there and tried to get his ass before he was ready to box. He never stopped trying to win. He never stopped trying to knock him out. And to me, that shows character. So I was really impressed with Hooker tonight.
Hey, Scarlett.
I agree with that.
Hey, Scarlett.
What's up?
You ain't gonna get no pushback, bro. I 100% agree with that, because I remember when I saw that, and what was that?
My bad. No, I'm sharing my screen. Go ahead.
No, I 100% agree with that, because I remember he ran to him, and that was at the point where it was like 3 rounds before that, man, when Blair was starting to run from him. In my opinion, he was starting to run from him. And that's when Bomag had told him, man, give us his last round. And he ran to him. So I 1,000 agree. He never gave up.
Look at
But the only thing is,
look at the knockdown on the screen. I'm listening.
I don't think he just didn't cut the ring off.
Boom, from the southpaw stand. Boom, pow, got him, dropped him. And he was hurt from that shit. Boom, caught him with that one too. Boom, boom, jumped on and put him in the dirt. There you go.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with Blair tonight. Blair bounced back. Blair looked good, man. Now, like I said earlier, I truly believe that his next fight is probably going to be Vergil Ortiz, because I don't know if Vergil Ortiz can get the standing on this fight, and I know he can't get any of the top guys. So I think that'll be the next fight that Golden Boy makes. That's two of their guys. Easy fight to make. People will want to see it.
Well, in my opinion, I really don't think whoever Blair fights, if he moves up, I really don't. I don't know how fast he's gonna move, man. Like, but I think he needs a lot of work because bro put that work on him, man. I really don't know if he's gonna keep winning, moving how he's moving, man. He needs some work.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't think he wins, but I think he'll get the fight. I don't think he wins, no, but I think he'll get it.
So the caller said something earlier I wanted to answer to. He was talking about this is boxing, everybody gets hurt, and I 100% agree with that, especially on the level. When you get past a certain level, and you're fighting the elites, you get hurt. That's why Spence was hurt fighting somebody else that was an elite. And so same thing with Crawford. Him getting hurt by this guy today that only has 2 knockouts, that don't give you pause at all to be like, oh yeah, he needs a little bit more time. He needs to be more patient. If he go in there leading with his head like that against like an elite fighter, they're gonna take advantage of that. That's all I'm saying.
You talking about Vergil?
Yeah, Vergil.
Yeah, Vergil's got to become more defensively responsible as he steps up in competition. That's a fact. Because, like I said, you get in there with guys who can box and can punch, and guys that got power in both hands. You might have a problem.
Yo, look at this nigga right here on the screen. Look at Mr. Weed. Look at Mr. Weed. Get his ass knocked out. He gonna get his ass knocked out. Look at this dude. Y'all see the screen? Do y'all see this dude? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. All right, man. Let me stop, man. I'm having too much fun over here.
Mark, what you said earlier about I love an underdog too, man. I hate that they throw fighters away, man. If you go BoxRec and you look at these great fighters that people really looked up to, they had like fucking 13 losses, 9 losses, like UFC fighters. Our records, except the UFC fighters don't be having as much wins because they can't be as durable as the old school boxers, but they be having a lot of losses like the UFC fighters, and they just be throwing them away, man. And then they'll criticize these fighters and throw them away, and then wonder why these fighters have anxiety issues and depression when it comes to losing.
Oh, they know why. They create that shit, man. They want to see. Don't get me on it. Cause I believe in mental health awareness. I'm very cognizant of that, and I think it's super important. But man, don't get me on it, bro. I think. Look, I don't have a problem with guys out there saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be better than Floyd Mayweather," or "Hey, I'm gonna be the new improved Floyd." I don't have no problem with that. Some people have a problem with it, like, "Oh, let Floyd be Floyd," and I'm like, "Yo, there's nothing wrong with these guys saying I'm gonna be better than him. I'm gonna be bigger than him. I'm gonna be the biggest star. I'm gonna break all the records." It's nothing wrong with that. Like, sports psychology is a real thing. Like, a lot of these, when you see some of these greats, man, they grew up with people telling them, "You're great. Nobody's gonna beat you. Nobody can beat you but yourself. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best ever." If not, they was telling themselves that. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with self-belief?
Well, in my opinion, I'm gonna put it like this. Whenever people talk about like I'm gonna be the next Floyd, it's like, bruh, just be the next you. You know what I mean? Like, stop trying to be like someone else. Just be the next you. Be the first you. You know. So that's all I got to say about that.
Nah, but you don't.
I think Floyd's just the benchmark because he you know, like Ali was the benchmark before him. They're not saying they want to be like Floyd. They're just trying to shoot. Look, even if they don't succeed at being Floyd, if they fall a little bit short, they're still going to be considered great. So it's a good benchmark to shoot for.
Yeah, man, you got to have.
I see what you're talking about. I understand what you're talking about, but I just think personally, is just be the best you can be, man. And your only competition is you. Tomorrow, you, the last day, and just keep being the best you can be, man. And yeah.
But Rob G, sometimes you know, I get it. It's just you in that ring, but a lot of it is mental. When Sugar Ray Leonard fought Hearns, he said Muhammad Ali was in the crowd and that gave him strength. So I mean, sometimes that might be what a fighter needs to have Floyd as a benchmark. He might be in one of their fights and they might overcome struggle. I mean, you just never know. So I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay, I can agree with that. Most definitely.
Shout out to my guy DJ. DJ, what up, though?
What up?
DJ said, man, F boxing UFC was on fire tonight.
What up?
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was a UFC fight tonight, man.
Nah, they had a fight on tonight too. I wasn't able to cover it, man. I wasn't able to cover both of them.
Yeah, but ain't no boxers calling out. No, 1,000%, man. I agree with that, man. It's all motivation.
So my biasness is always to the sport of boxing. I hate when people do that shit. The UFC was fire. Oh, boxing this. Oh, like, god damn. Like, go to a UFC channel and talk about that shit there. We talking boxing right now.
1,000.
Nah, DJ, my boy, though. It's all good. He don't mean no harm.
He cool.
DJ that said that?
No, he don't mean no harm. But
he cool, but I'm talking to the specific people that do that shit. Why would you do that shit? If you care anything about boxing, why you always down in it? We already don't treat our fighters good. We treat them bad, especially when they lose. And then when we have fights like tonight, that I felt like was an exciting fight because it was a stoppage. That's how UFC markets their business. They show a whole bunch of stoppages. So even if the fight was lackluster, I'd never see nobody complain. I tuned into Israel Sanda last fight card. That shit was boring. It was boring as shit. I said, well, let me go to the YouTube and see if anybody complained. No one complained. So we got to keep that same energy.
1,000, man. I agree with that shit, man. I'm a casual MMA fan because sometimes when boxing ain't going down, man, sometimes I tune into that and I peep the Israel Adesanya and man, I wasn't impressed. Maybe I'm not in tune with the technique and the way it goes down, but I don't know, I wasn't impressed.
But even that, Rob G, if Floyd Mayweather had fought a fight like that, they would have said he was boring and he running. They don't keep that same energy. Either they gonna respect the science and the craft of boxing and MMA, or they not. They gonna say MMA is boring when they feel like it's boring and is a technical fight. They gotta be consistent.
You can't please everybody.
My man Dose against the ropes. What Dose said, Hooker needs to retire. Is it over for Mo Hooker? He got to retire. He can't.
Absolutely not, man.
He check out this boxing shit. Still, I think he can still get a check out here.
No, absolutely, man. You got to understand, man. This is the way they feed their family. You know what I mean? Like, he may not be going for a champion, but he can still feed his family, man.
All right, let me get this one. Somebody got some smoke for you, nigga.
What's up, man?
Yeah, that's decent. Hey, Clips, try to call back too, Clips. When you called in, somebody was on the line. I can only talk to one person at one time. Unless y'all call if you got my real number, you can call the real number. But other than that, man, I can probably merge you in. But if I'm on this one, I don't have two lines. Talk to me, DJ. Somebody had some words for you, homie.
What up?
Yeah. You know, I'm always listening, man. But if you don't understand the technique, you don't understand the techniques. I get it. What Israel Adesanya did the other day, a few weeks ago, was put on a masterclass kickboxing performance. Just because he didn't knock the dude out, don't mean the shit was boring. If you don't understand the angles of the shit he was cutting and how he was keeping the dude at range, then I'm sorry, that's just your loss. I got all stoppages tonight. You talking about that one Vergil fight? I got 11 fights like that. And the reason why you say UFC fighters aren't as durable, no, they just fight more. We had a guy on the card tonight with a record of 33-17. Like, man, come on, man. There's so many other ways you can lose besides going in there and putting your fucking hands in your pocket for 10 rounds. Like,
you know what?
Everybody
Hold on.
you had no punching power, man. I love both sports, Mark. You know that. I go to boxing fights and I go to UFC fights. But let's stop. Like, we got to stop acting like just because somebody bring up MMA and how they got more exciting fights right now. You still complaining about the old days. Well, what if Floyd would have did this? Man, Floyd been retired about 7 years, bro. Y'all still searching for that next Floyd Mayweather. We got 3-4 of them. Well, maybe not on that level. Let me not get out of hand. But I'm getting exciting fights week after week after week. And casual fans call it boring because they don't understand all the techniques that are going on. Just tune into some more fights. These guys, the commentators are walking you through the technique. So that's really not an excuse. You got great guys like UFC Hall of Famers, Michael Bisping, and Daniel Cormier walking you step by step through the technique.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful too, DJ. Like, because if you don't, because you'll see somebody going for an ankle, you be like, okay, was he going for a knee? I mean, is he going for like a foot or something? And then they'll tell you like, no, he's trying to move that foot because he's gonna get that. Or it was a lady fight. It was some ladies fighting. And he said, no, she's trying to put that pressure on to get that foot because she's going for a knee bar. And then it was like once she sits back, she's gonna. And sure enough, she's doing it as he's saying it. It was like paint by numbers almost. So yeah, sometimes even if you'll think they're going for a wrist, like no, he's going for the elbow. He's grabbing the wrist to get to the elbow, and just knowing body mechanics, like the arm can only move this way, the knee only moves one way, bro. You get what I'm saying? Well, I'm talking about the elbow. The elbow only moves one way. The knee only moves one way, bro. And you'll just
absolutely.
Actually, the elbow moves.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just hate when people bring up.
What I meant.
I just hate when people bring up Floyd and this guy and that guy. Look, stop trying to be the next Floyd. Stop trying to be the next Ali. Stop trying to be the next Spence or Crawford. Why don't you be the first you? How about that?
Nah, that's how it worked though. Showing more, you always gotta you gotta aspire to be great because all of those. Look, Mike Tyson wanted to be like Sonny Liston and wanted to be like, he wanted to be like Ali. He wanted to be like those guys. You want to be great.
But you can't. But you have to. If you look, let me ask you this: if you don't know Marq Nash, if you don't know who you are, right? How the fuck do you expect me to know who you are?
That's something
if
different.
You don't know.
That's different when you say
you got to be yourself. You got to take parts of those guys.
I know
you got to take parts of those guys
better than those guys. I believe that I'm good.
And you take parts of those guys and put it into your game. But you don't. I don't think you should ever try to emulate another human. You got to be yourself,
man. Look, every great person has
the best version of you.
You got to have something to inspire you to, bro.
Well, you can look up to them, but you can't say I want to. But you can look up. You can't say I want to be the next him.
That's different saying being the next him or being better than him. DJ, what do you think about that when people saying I'm going to be better than Floyd? I'm going to be like when Shakur told Bud, yeah, you better than me, but I'm going to be better than you. What you think of that, DJ?
I think Jamal Hill summed it up tonight perfectly after he got his 4th round TKO in the main event. Like, I've been watching y'all guys my whole career. I've seen y'all. Y'all ain't seen nothing like me. And I think that's where fighters got to start coming from. Be something we've never seen before. We've seen Floyd. We've seen Tyson. We've seen Wilder. At this point, we've seen Bud and Errol. Be something different. That's how I look at it.
As I said, man, why not be the first you? Be the first you.
I didn't hear what DJ said his last part. What you say, DJ, before I let you go? What you say? Oh yeah, he hung up. I missed his last part. What you show? Yeah, it's nothing wrong with. I am gonna be the first me. I'm a one of one. You know what I'm saying? I only got one mother once. I I only got one mother, one father. You can never redo, even if them two have another baby together, they can never make another Marq Nash. What I'm trying to say is nothing wrong with saying I'm gonna be better than the people that came before me. And people
no, I never said there was anything wrong with that. That's not what I said.
But
no, you said you were talking about people saying I want to be.
Slow it down. Listen, man, listen. But when people say I'm gonna be better than them or I'm gonna be the next Floyd, that doesn't mean they're gonna be. They're trying to be like him. Maybe they're talking about an aspect of it, as far as the pay-per-view generating the pay-per-view sales, being a bigger star. Like, it's nothing wrong with. And I just think people don't even look at it a lot of times where no, be the only you. They just look at it, oh, you be riding off of them, you clout chasing off their name. Look, man, whenever you see a family, Shelton Moore, where usually you got a doctor in the family, guess what? You end up getting another doctor in the family. You got a lawyer in the family, you get another lawyer. Somebody in construction, you get somebody else in construction. Because once you know where you came from, you know what you can aspire to be.
Right. I get that.
Nothing wrong with that, but go ahead.
I get that. That's my point. I get that. But I just don't like when people say I want to be the next this guy, that guy. I don't want to be. I've never wanted to be like anyone. I've always wanted to be like myself.
That's
I guess that's why I don't understand.
But Shelton Moore, hold on. Now you did have some OGs growing up, right?
Yeah,
I agree 1,000%.
You made some bad decisions, right?
Yeah, I had some OGs growing up. I had a lot of people, some influences, but I never wanted to be like them.
You won't emulating the moves of them OGs, getting in a little trouble, doing shit you shouldn't have been doing in the street.
Yeah. But see, I've always been the type of person that I didn't move with the crowd. I didn't hang with a bunch of people. I did stuff by myself because I knew for a fact that I will never tell on me. I don't know what you might do, but I know what I'll do. I will never tell on me. So it's better for me to do it by myself. That's less people to tell.
Nigga, you ever seen First 48? It's full of people telling on themselves. Ain't it?
Yeah, that's them. And they a whole lot younger than me.
Yeah, hey man, I think it's one thing, man. Whenever you want to pick up some lessons on the way and be your own person versus trying to emulate someone.
Yes, I agree 100%, brother.
Break it down, Roger.
What's that?
Break it down.
I think I just did.
No. You said it's one thing to. I want to hear it again. Say it again for me.
I said it's one thing to be able to pick up lessons along the way from those that paved the way, but you still want to be your own individual person. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can pick up some things from the pioneers that paved the way, but at the end of the day, man, you're going to be your own person. You don't want to emulate nobody. You want to be you. But you can definitely learn from those that did it before you.
Yeah. Boston Scholar, what say you?
So I've been waiting to answer DJ. I had already addressed this a while ago. I feel like Mike Tyson looked up. Floyd Mayweather said that one day he was in the gym and Mike Tyson was there and he seen Mike Tyson with a whole bunch of jewelry, a whole bunch of cars, and he said, "I'm gonna get that." Mike Tyson said when he was in a correctional school, Muhammad Ali visited and he said, "I want to be like him." It's not uncommon to do that. When you're shooting for greatness, you want to emulate the motherfuckers that do it the best. So y'all mean to tell me y'all don't listen to no Steve Jobs video or no Warren Buffett video of financial advice?
Hell no, they ain't doing this.
No, I'm too busy to do all that.
Oh, I absolutely do. Hey, Boston Scholar.
They looking at shit like this. Niggas watching porn. I get niggas gonna bust him a nut if he got some free time. Fuck Warren Buffett.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too busy to do all that type of
shit. Hey, Boston Scholar.
Go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
So the way I look at it is like there's plenty of people that came before me that I pay attention to, and there's definitely people that I take the playbook from them, but at the same time I want to be my own individual because like I said, man, I'm in marketing and there's plenty of marketing channels that I pay attention to and I take advice from, but at the same time I don't want to be them. I want to be my own person and I want to have my own, you know what I mean? I want to add my own personality to it, but at the same time I can always definitely learn from those that came before me and those pioneers that set the stone for me. So that's just the way I look at it is like, yeah, there's plenty of people that I can learn from, that I can take advice from, but at the same time, I don't want to be them. I want to be my own individual. I just will learn from
better,
them.
right? Or you might look and say, I want to be better than that person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what the whole conversation was about. People looking at the benchmark of greatness and saying, I want to do that, but better than that.
Okay.
And that was my whole point. I never had a problem with people saying, I want to be better than Floyd. I want to be better than Ali. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with people saying, I want to be like Floyd. I want to be like Ali. I have a problem with that.
So I guess I was thinking on the same mental as what Shelton just said. But maybe I'm wrong, man.
Yeah. Or maybe we just playing too much on semantics. You know, they want to, but I think we hit it right on the head with emulate, right? They want to emulate the greats. You want to do better than the people that came before you. Use them to inspire. Use it for motivation. They did it. I can do it. He's a man just like me.
There you go. Now you got
every generation is supposed to be better than the last generation.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Look. Dr. J, Jordan had the Oscar Robertsons and the Dr. J's to look up to, and come on, man. And a whole generation got to try to do it like Jordan. But there was some people that was like, nah, with Jordan, the style ain't my style. My style, I play this position. I'm gonna emulate Shaq. I'm gonna emulate Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm gonna emulate. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I think there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I agree with you. I think maybe sometimes we might be paying attention too close to
the actual work,
who we want to emulate. You know.
But look, let's say they were trying to say, I want to be like Floyd. If you a boxer, I mean, damn, man, why not? Why not? Some people gonna say your fight was boring, but guess what? You're going into the Hall of Fame, first ballot. You made more money than anybody who ever did it. The people that came before you, the people, like even the ones that was doing it simultaneously. You add some of them together, they never cleared what he cleared. Respected. All around, probably the best of his generation. And then, but the most important part is he left that shit, still got his faculty, still can talk, still can play with his kids and his grandkids, and can still go in there and clear money. People pay to see me fight YouTubers, paid to see me fight kickboxers, paid to see me fight a fucking sparring partner I used to have. People are still paid to see you. You can still clear money, putting them gloves on, having fun, not taking no real punishment. And if you get hurt, shit, this shit ain't about to go on your record. You are who you are.
I guess I can understand that, man, because sometimes I might think, man, I want to be the next Martin Scorsese. I want to be the next, major director. So I understand where you come from.
Let me give y'all two perfect examples of what Mark just said. I'll give you first, the one, he's not in boxing, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant chewed gum like Michael Jordan. He walked like Michael Jordan. He did all of Michael Jordan's moves. Kobe Bryant, everybody would agree, is a Hall of Famer. First ballot, right?
Slow down too. Not even just that. The work ethic. Well, let's take out the gum chewing and it's still in the movie.
But wait a minute. Hold on.
Look, let me finish. Because I cut boxing scholar off and then you cut me off. I want him to finish. But look, you can't do the moves without doing the reps. Them 1,000 shots from here, 1,000 shots from there. Take a break. Do 1,000 shots here, 1,000 shots there. Working on that shit over and over and over and over and over again. It's beyond chewing the gum and doing the moves, because you can't do the moves if you haven't did the reps.
I was in
his endurance too. He ain't shooting no air balls in the fourth quarter no more because his arm's tired. Nah, he got that shit. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me let Boston Scholar finish. I cut him off. Then you cut me.
Yeah, go ahead. As soon as he finishes, I want to touch on that Kobe Bryant. Go ahead, Boston Scholar.
Go ahead, Boston Scholar. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I agree with you with the work ethic part. I just feel like he studied him so much down to a T that he wanted to be like him. He emulated him down to the T, the way the man walked. He watched that much film on him. And so I could take it to the boxing now. Adrian Broner. Say what you want about Adrian Broner, But Adrian Broner knows how to sell fights. He's still a high-paid boxer to keep taking losses and struggling in fights. Every time AB shows up to fight, everybody shows up and says, "This is AB's last chance. We're not going to watch him after this," et cetera, and then they do it again.
Well, to touch on your Kobe Bryant comment,
Adrian Broner, I'm sorry, bro.
Everything you said about Kobe Bryant was true, but you omitted one part. When he needed to expand his game and get better, who did he go to?
I don't know who he go to.
You tell me.
He went to the Dream.
Break it down. Go ahead.
He went to Hakeem Olajuwon. He didn't go ask Michael Jordan to help me expand my game. He didn't go ask Dr. J, any of those dudes, to help him expand his game. He took parts of Michael Jordan, but he needed to improve his game. He wanted to get better to win more championships without Shaquille O'Neal. He went to Hakeem Olajuwon.
The point I was making is that he emulated the greats. He went to Hakeem to emulate him and give him free game. So I feel like Adrian Broner. I would listen. By no means am I saying Adrian Broner's even close to Floyd. So let's not mix up our words. I'm just saying we know that Adrian Broner emulates Floyd. He even talks like him when he's like, that he got that from Floyd Mayweather. Everybody knows that. And
hey man, we understand where you come from, Bosco, man. We ain't talking about
cooking though.
Particulars, bro. Keep cooking, bro.
Yeah, let them cook. It's okay. Hey, right after this, we're gonna do members only anyway, and you're gonna be able to have all the time you want to, Rob G. You know how we do on members only.
Bosco, keep cooking, bro. He's cooking.
Yeah.
I just feel like AB emulated Floyd, and it turned out well for him, considering like he's a fighter that don't let his hands go. He still gets big money fights. You know what I mean? Like he still got his faculties. That's something that he emulated and got from Floyd, not taking a lot of punishment in the fight. So it's never a bad thing to emulate greatness. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hold on, bro. Not taking a lot of punishment because he ain't taking no risks neither. Ain't he fighting lower opposition? He ain't throwing no. He's on the back foot. He's holding. He's
Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia.
He didn't take no risk in those fights.
He took a risk by signing a fight.
No. I mean, like once the fight is in there, bro, he knew how to, elite fighters know how to survive and not get knocked out. That's holding, that's backpedaling, especially if he has just better foot movement. He's more athletic than Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia. He's definitely more athletic, and that's how he was able to survive. But I mean, then granted, I think he should get more credit for the Pacquiao fight. I think he did do a little bit more, but all that I beat the boy is what messed him up. But yeah, man, let's damn, we almost at 100 votes. We ain't even at 50 likes. Yeah, I'm about to end this one. Yeah, that's how we do that one. Hey, Rob G, we're gonna rock with the people that rock with us. I can't even get people to hit the like button. Got 100 votes.
Damn, man. Hey, man, if you fucking around,
Rob G, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. We good. We just gonna.
All I'm saying is this, man. Sign up.
Yeah, man, we're gonna rock with the people that rock with us, man. We almost at 100 votes on the survey. I can't even get 40 likes. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mark.
Sign up for the shit, man.
Support him. Support this man.
He made this possible. He made it possible. I'm gonna show you.
I've never met him, but he's a great man.
Oh shit! Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Damn,
Nigga, how you know he a great man and you ain't never met the motherfucker? You don't shut your stupid ass up.
Hey, I'm gonna put it like this, bro. If you gonna spend a certain amount of time, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
Time is unreplaceable. Money, you can always get it back. So you can always spend $3, but you can't get $3 of time back. So go ahead and sign up for that membership.
All right, so we got a survey right here. We got 95 votes. Is Vergil Ortiz ready for Crawford or Spence? 64% saying he cannot beat either Bud or EJ. 64%. 13% saying he can beat Spence but not Crawford. We got 4% saying he can beat Crawford but not EJ. And last but not least, 19% saying he can beat both of those guys. Okay, y'all want to address that before final thoughts on this topic?
Nah, it don't need addressing.
No. All right. Anybody want to give any final thoughts on any of the fights we had tonight?
Yeah, I agree with Shell, man. You know, he addressed that shit, man.
I wanted to address DJ. I didn't get to address my brother.
Oh yeah, please get that off. Get that off.
I just wanted to say that he said that we had 5 knockouts tonight, so that shows clearly bias on his behalf because I don't even speak like that when it comes to boxing. But when Devin Haney boxed Kambosos, they said he was boring, so we didn't got to go to Floyd. They don't have the same energy for boxing as they do the UFC. I don't know why. They just don't. And they don't be consistent because not all of those UFC fights are exciting. And I hear what you're saying, Mark, about the science and the elbow and all this. I don't want to see that shit because I'm a casual UFC fan. I want to see knockouts. Rampage Jackson was my favorite UFC person, him and Chuck Liddell and John Jones, because they knock motherfuckers out. I don't want to see nobody get in there and just do the science with the elbow and wrestle and shit. And no. I don't want to see that shit.
You don't like submissions? You don't respect it?
No.
Even a casual fan or you. Oh shit! I thought motherfuckers love a dope ass submission. So knockouts only for you.
Yeah, I've seen a fighter in the UFC beat somebody's ass for all 3 rounds and then get submitted. I don't like that shit. I love boxing because there's a like if me and you in a fight and I knock you down, you have a chance to redeem yourself. The referee give you time to clear your head, make sure you're okay. You're right back in it. So there's a struggle thing going on. Like it's like theater. And UFC
theater. UFC is like real fighting.
UFC to me is not real fighting. You can't bite. No referee.
You can't. Yeah. Other than it's more like real fighting. You can't bite. You can't. Motherfucker drop. You can get on top of them and ground and pound. You get on top of them and choke them out. You got to you let them tap out. It's more like real fighting. Right?
Yeah.
It ain't no you get no 10 seconds. Let's get your stuff together now. Step to the left. Step to the right. Crisscross. Like how they it ain't you don't get none of that on your ass, homie.
But to me, that's my bad. But to me, that's the way that's what makes boxing so great to me because it's a overcoming story. Everybody go to the movie theater. We go to see a movie. We know the hero's gonna overcome his obstacle. We like that shit. Wrestling's fake. We still go watch that shit to see the hero overcome the villain. We like to see people overcome shit. We like to see people get knocked down in boxing and then get back up and win the fight. Like it's ups and downs. But I feel like since the beginning of boxing, there's always been a doctor that comes and puts his hand on his head to the person's chest of boxing and be like, boxing's dead. They've been trying to kill boxing since the beginning. Boxing is here to stay. UFC, most of the people that like boxing also like UFC, but I don't show up to UFC channels to shit. Like, I thought that fight was boring. Nobody would have ever known that had we never had this conversation because I wouldn't show up to a UFC panel to be like, oh, it was sucked. And let me tell you why it sucked. Like, come on, man. Like, the fight tonight was exciting. It was a knockout. He got dazed in the first round. He overcame that and knocked his opponent out, stopped him. Now people are hypothetically talking about him versus the elite. That's exciting. UFC does not fight Champion One or Bellator fighters. They fight everybody up under their umbrella and they market the shit out of their fighters to make you believe that they're the best in the world. UFC is not the best in the world, brother. I hate to be the bearer of the bad news, but that's not the case for UFC.
MMA as a whole, though.
He didn't say that. He said we had 5 knockouts tonight. UFC.
Okay, fair enough.
Now MMA as a whole,
break that news to him, Boss Scholar, because I agree with you.
MMA as a whole, I like MMA. Well, I like it a lot. Because I'm a fan of Bruce Lee and all that stuff. I feel like Bruce Lee was the first person to kind of get that kind of idea of combining all the arts together. So I'm a respecter of fighting in general. So I like MMA as a whole. But these UFC fans are crazy, man. They are really, really crazy. They only show up to talk about how boxing ain't shit. Like and that. Francis Ngannou is the best.
Do you know DJ? Are y'all familiar with each other?
I've seen him on a couple of panels. I don't have nothing against him. I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about.
I was just asking, like, have you ever seen him talk about boxing?
Yes, he pulled up on another panel, and I brought up Bud Crawford. He basically, there they go, that's they won. Why we ain't nobody talk about Bud? So I've been on a couple of panels with him, but other than that, nah, I think I've seen him in the chat before say something about boxing, but like. that I think the last card we had, he showed up and said MMA was the UFC was better, and I'm just like, why do you do that though? Like,
hell no.
Matter of fact, he does kind of bring it up when we in the box.
Hell no.
I get it though. I get where you're coming from. Like, yo, we talking about boxing when you pulled up, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. So why show up with a picket sign? If you're a fan of both, then why can't you just like both? It reminds me of me if me and you say something positive about Bud.
Right, because he did say, man, F boxing. UFC was fired tonight. Or MMA was fired. Let's put it on the screen. You got a good point right there, Boxing Scholar. He said MMA markets itself as the best, fighting the best, which we get consistently. Do you want to address that?
Yeah. How do you know you're getting the best? They're all UFC fighters. So how do you know you're getting the best? They're not fighting Championship 1 or Bellator fighters. So how do you know that?
What you saying, like in the example that we're talking about, boxing, that'd be like UFC would just be all top rank. Or all
if everybody poured everything into Top Rank and made it the number one company in America.
It'll be a top rank event. But we judge the whole sport. We don't judge Bellator and because they got bad events. We don't judge remember Strike Force? Y'all remember WEC? Like, I get what you're saying. People look at UFC as if it's UFC versus boxing, but really no, that would be like top rank versus mixed martial arts as a whole. Is that fair?
Yeah,
that's absolutely fair.
That's fair because see, people get it confused. They say UFC is the best. UFC doesn't have all the best fighters. UFC is the biggest promotion. They have the most marketing, the most dollars behind it. But there are a lot of good fighters in Bellator, in ONE FC, in all those other promotions. There's guys that will beat some of these UFC guys. You know what I'm saying? But UFC is the biggest, the most well known. That's all it is.
My guy Redcliffe, and I'm gonna go to right side after this. He said UFC is like the NBA. All other organizations are like EuroLeague and China Pro Ball. Great global players, but the end game is to get to the NBA. Same with the UFC. My boy,
I agree.
I agree. Building. Right side. Rolling out the red carpet for the homie. What's up, Dub? How you feel, my brother? Come on, man. Don't let me down after that great intro. Come on. 1 2 1 2. Can't hear you, bro. And your mic is unmuted, so I can't hear you. So it must be something wrong with your settings. Your mic volume is down. Check 1 2. Right side. Try to talk now. There you go.
Can you hear me?
There you go. I don't know what you did. Your mic volume was down. I was able to turn it up though. Cool.
Yeah, no. So I can't speak on the whole and I'll speak boxing with you. The UFC shit, I really can't speak on that. So I'm gonna let y'all keep cooking.
Okay, that's cool. I was just giving you your props.
No, you good, bro. You good. You good.
Let me ask you this. What did you think of Ortiz fight tonight? Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched that fight.
All right, well, look, we're going into members only right after this in about 13 minutes. And Deuce Times just joined, and he got some interesting stuff that he gonna pull up. We're gonna get into some hip hop tonight too. So, but we're gonna talk about saying hip hop. But pull up for that. Hell of a bro, you had me rolling last night, bro. You a crazy motherfucker, bro. You had me rolling, nigga.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that, Mark. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely, fair enough. Let me say this. As far as what you guys were talking about, what did you guys see the comment from Redcliffe? Do you guys agree with Redcliffe? I heard Shelton say I agree. Rob G, Boston Scholar. NBA is UFC is NBA. Everything else, that shit is EuroLeague and China ball.
No.
Okay, break it down.
Championship 1 is bigger than UFC globally because it's in China.
Who?
Championship 1.
Championship 1.
It never heard of it.
Because you're in America. That'd be like saying you don't watch the Euro like the Euro leagues and stuff, but championship.
I know that ain't bigger than the NBA.
So I'll say this. This is what I say to that.
Championship 1 is bigger than the UFC.
Yeah, bro, the president for Championship One's always going at Dana for that very reason, challenging his numbers and everything. He even challenged his fighter to fight Dana's fighter, but Dana won't do it. These UFC fans don't know anything outside of marketing or America, so they wouldn't know stuff like this. But this is true. If you look it up, you'll see what I'm saying.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Championship One, bigger Championship One, and you said. Why is it that why they don't get no pay-per-views in the US?
I don't know if they do pay-per-views. They might give it free TV because they have different rules.
Okay, why we don't get them on free TV here in the U? Because I don't see them here on the TV here.
Because the UFC they have relationships and they're dominating the market. You think they're gonna be friendly?
Championship One can get with Fox. Championship One, they don't gotta get with the UFC got ESPN, right? Championship One can get with Showtime, but Showtime got Bellator. Like Championship One could get. Why Championship One don't get with Fight TV, HBO, Fox? All right,
what if they don't want it? What if they like? I don't want that market.
It's bigger than UFC. Why they don't want it? It's money.
Globally, the world is bigger than just America.
Exactly.
I mean, but people come here to get that. You're talking about one. You talking about one championship, not Championship One. One championship, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Nigga, you said the name wrong. That you disqualified.
But I also said I'm a UFC casual fan, so.
Oh shit! I'm bullshit. I'm fucking with you.
Hey, you gonna have to put that on me too, cause I'm a casual.
Shout out to Golden Marq Nash. What's up, my brother? Enjoying your show, man. I'm enjoying you too, man. And pause. Whoa. You know what I mean. I'm enjoying your presence here. Thank you, my brother. Hey, look, I put a case on myself, man. That shit didn't sound right, man. My bad, bro.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, my bad. Slap myself. I'm gonna slap myself. You get it. It's all love. All right, man. Well, shit. That's it for me, man. This been a hell of a show. Golden. Hope you enjoyed the playback. I'll leave this playback up. I'll leave this one up. I will leave this playback up. I'm not gonna make this one members only. I'll leave this up so you guys can enjoy it and you guys can give me your reaction and leave me your comments. Let me know what y'all thought of this. Is Vergil Ortiz ready for these champs? Let's do final thoughts on this because we about to go right into the members only.
Well,
go ahead.
Great show as always, Mark. I say again, Vergil's not ready for the top guys, but go ahead and keep cooking. Always great content. I'll see you on the next one, brother.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your energy, Uncle Show, and I really appreciate you, man. And happy birthday too. When's your birthday? I heard you throwing a party out there.
Next Saturday.
When's your birthday? Is it on Saturday?
The 13th.
And what
next Saturday, the 13th. That's Saturday.
Okay. That's Saturday.
Yeah, so I will be missing I will miss all of the Teofimo Lopez fight, but I will call you Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon whenever I wake up, and you'll tell me who won.
Oh, hey, salute the show, man. Hey, check this out.
Hold on. Rob G, hold on. I got a couple questions for Sheldon before I let him go. Sheldon, right. So where you throwing your party? I heard you throwing a birthday bash.
Yeah, San Bernardino. It's a birthday party / retirement party, all inclusive.
What? That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear. See, I know what I be doing. What I'm doing. Motherfuckers be thinking.
Never heard of
Nah,
it.
fuck you. You know what I be doing when I'm doing, when I do it, how I do it.
Happy retirement, my brother. Man, how
Thank
many
you,
years
sir.
on the job, man? How many years?
26.
26.
Congratulations, Shell.
Thank you, sir.
Man, you don't put in some work, man. 26 years.
Yes, sir. I did
Hey,
that.
let me get my word.
Enter into the old man zone. You a senior citizen, nigga.
You a senior citizen, man.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
And
man.
Denny, and that's why I go to Denny.
Home and get the $3 spaghetti and shit on Wednesdays, man. Damn.
Yeah. Senior citizen breakfast at Denny's. $5.99.
Man,
Uncle Sheldon, I was doing my math. That's a whole lot of booty you done ate, man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Sheldon, though. Hey, Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
I think you can get a discount on Amazon for a battery. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
If you can get a discount on the battery for that
What
smoke
battery?
detector.
What battery?
Man, I'm not changing that shit until I leave this
Hold on,
motherfucker.
you talking about- Yeah.
I think if you
I want my $2 back, bro. Bro, I said
hey, hold on. It's a buy one, get one free. As long as you show that social security card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna check it out. I probably still ain't gonna buy it. And as far as your $2, Mark, you'll get that back when I see you at the next fight. I'll buy you another beer.
Nah, I want the smoke detector for the content. I want you to get the smoke detector.
Man, we trying to shut that chirp up, man.
No, what's the issue, Sheldon Moore? Let's have an intervention with the good brother.
Okay, so do we have to buy a ladder?
Rob G, I need this.
The thing is, I keep forgetting.
Do we have to buy a ladder?
I'll be so busy,
brother.
I keep forgetting to put the motherfucker in there, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I keep
Sheldon
forgetting.
Moore, I'm gonna tell you why it's important. Not because of just we tired of hearing the beeping. Some people it fucks with it mentally. Nigga, I'm looking at your eyes right now, your glossy ass eyes. I worry about you and your snow white beard. We worried about you, huh? We don't want
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, man.
And I'd be like, oh my God, he was a good man. If only he changed the smoke detector. He could have saved himself.
What's that old saying? What's that old saying, Mark? If you see me and the bear get into a fight, help the bear.
Help the bear. Man, shout out to Uncle Sheldon Moore.
What about you getting in the fight with a smoke detector?
He's turning 186 on Saturday, October the 13th. Pull up, support this man. He was there.
Motherfucking shit, man. What's going down, bro?
That's what's happening, man. That's what happened. And my boy Santos is coming all the way out from Nashville to support your boy.
Yes, sir.
That's dope. Make some noise for Santos. That's dope.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Sheldon.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
He going coast to coast with it. He going over there to Cali.
I don't agree. Hey, check us out, man. I don't agree.
Rob G, you gotta let me get my jokes off, bro. You kind of cut me right off mid joke. Like I ain't talking for nothing, bro. I'm hosting, man. Let me get these jokes off.
Bad.
Yeah. Sheldon Moore, he going coast to coast with this shit, man. He coming to see you.
Yeah.
He's going to South Carolina. He gonna chop it up with Passion and Bliss. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard.
Oh yeah. Well, you know he got a new name. You know his new name, right? Do I have to say it?
Oh, Side Nigga. Oh yeah, Side Nigga Chronicles. So look, man, so he going coast to coast with it. I heard him and Passion and Bliss got a couple things going on. So go ahead. What was you trying to say, Roger? You kind of messed up my comedic timing, bro. I had to do a whole reset, but go ahead, Rob G. What you got? And then I'm gonna let Sheldon Moore go. Go ahead,
No,
Rob.
I said I'm sorry about that, man.
No, it's good. Man. That's why we gotta hurry up and get the mirrors only. I hear the drinks kicking in. I'm trying to save you from you.
No, I'm good.
Let's go. What you had to say to Sheldon? Go ahead.
Hey, man, you know what? We gonna get you a battery for your birthday. And we might even hire a local
battery, bro. Listen, I cashed out them the money for the battery.
Sure did.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, check us out.
So Rob G, it ain't about getting the battery. I bought the battery over a month ago.
No, but you gotta hire a local contractor.
God damn. Nah, I ain't doing all that. I'm putting the.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta hire a local contractor that's gonna go in and put that bitch in, man.
It's called it is a company called, I think it's called Tackler or something like that.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
I'm gonna hire somebody from the Tackler app to come to your house to put in the smoke detector.
They got Uber handyman.
I had that goddamn $2. I was like, who in the fuck sent me $2? I couldn't figure that shit out until you told me.
That's your battery, bro.
It's Marq Nash, man. I told you I was gonna do it.
Yes, you did.
Wait
y'all have a good night, man. I'm gonna finish watching this movie.
Bro.
I'm telling y'all, it just came out. It just came out yesterday. When you get a chance, y'all turn on Hulu and watch that movie Prey, man. It's supposed to be the first Predator when he got here in 1717. So it's a good movie on Hulu. It's called Prey. Y'all check it out. Prey. Prey.
Prey, and it's on Hulu. I'm gonna check it out. Shout out to you, Chuck Moore. I'll see you on the next one, bro.
All right, you guys. Later.
All right. Go ahead, Rob G.
Well,
Go ahead, Rob.
do no more.
Go ahead, Rob G.
No, I was just gonna holler at Shelton, man.
No, I was trying to get him off. I was trying to get him off. I'm trying to move it, man.
All right, keep on moving.
Final thoughts, Rob G.
No, I was saying it's a good show, man. Shout out to Marq Nash, bro. You always do a good show. You know what I mean? You're a very good moderator in everything you do, and you believe in yourself. So you got to believe in yourself for others can believe in you, and you believe in yourself. So anyone that appreciates the show, go ahead and invest. Invest in the show. That's all I got to say.
I see you on the members only in about 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, Boxing Scholar, chop it up with me, man. Tell me, man, final thoughts on everything we talked about. The UFC versus boxing, which I guess you said is kind of a false equivalency because you're naming one promotional company against an entire sport. And I get you on that. It's not fair. Give me a Vergil Ortiz final breakdown. Blair Cobb having a major win coming back. Talk to me. Final thoughts.
I think Blair Cobbs did good tonight. You know, he shook off the demons, you know, the ghost. You know, he was throwing them punches like with more confidence, you know, so he might not be completely over it, but I mean, he's pushing it to the back of his mind from what I've seen. You know, I think he just cruised at the end because of the head clashes. That's why he let off the gas, because he was even grimacing at times when he got hit with the head. So I think that's why he let off the gas. But as far as the main event, I feel like Vergil's right there. I feel like Vergil's people are not.
Slow down. Do you think those headbutts were intentional or what? Or they actually?
Nah, it's just a southpaw versus the orthodox, and he was leading with his head, dropping his head when he throw his shots, so they were clashing. And I don't think it was intentional.
He was tucking that chin, huh? Trying not to get tagged.
And to the people in the comment section, like, I get it, man. Y'all are fans, and I'm fans of fighters too. Like, shit. I didn't think I thought Mike Tyson was gonna beat Lennox Lewis when I was in school. So I mean, I get it. You know, now I would be like, hell no, Lennox Lewis is gonna kill Tyson. So I get it, man. When you're a fan, you want to believe good stuff about your fighter. He's right there on the cusp, but he's not ready for those guys. And you know how you know that he's not ready for those guys? Because the people who are more experienced in the game don't believe he's ready. They're not gonna put him in his next fight in there with Bud or Spence or one of those Boots or one of those elite guys, because they know he's not ready. Oscar De La Hoya's been around.
Look at Oscar lean in. Do you see? I took a screenshot of this shit on purpose, man. When they asked him about Terence Crawford, that's Oscar leaning in on that part. Like, what you gonna say?
He's experienced. He knows. Him and Bernard Hopkins know.
But hold up, it's so many ways you can read this. Like, I want to hear what you're gonna say, but also, people, if you don't rock with him and you're looking for a reason, you can say Oscar looking at him to say, make sure you say what I told you to say. You know what I mean? Stick to the script. Don't do this or do that. You know, there's so many ways you can look at this. If you don't like somebody, everything they do is under a microscope. You get what I'm saying? So, but go ahead. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think his handlers are experienced in the game and they don't think he's ready yet. I think he's right there on the cusp, and I think they see the same thing. And I think in the future, these will be good fights. You know, they're going to be built up to be very good fights. But he has a lot. He has a lot to work on and learn. Like not to be so anxious. Be patient. A lot of times he was leaning in. He was leaning in. I had to go back to the film. I even though he's a southpaw, I think he was steering him with a check left foot.
Check right hook.
I know that's the lead hand. I know that's the lead hand. But I remember. Yeah. I gotta go back, but I remember him leaning in so far, bringing his head to him, that he was able to just steer him with the left hand. I know the right hand is the lead for the southpaw, but I think he was steering him with the left, if I remember right. I might be wrong though. I only watched it once.
He was doing the Olay with him. Vergil would come with that right hand. He would do an Olay, and you're right. He would use the right and the left to parry and push Vergil towards the turnbuckle, push him towards the corner. Like, he don't duck, bro. The way he made Vergil miss by a city block when he did make him miss. Some would say Vergil Ortiz won the fight, but might have got exposed tonight. What would you think of that?
That was the point, basically. I think
I started his team the video that way, but I didn't want to offend my Latino brothers and sisters. They were like, "Oh, why you hating on the Mexicans?" You know, that was a terrible accent. No disrespect, but you get what I'm saying. They can be like, "Oh man, you ain't giving them enough credit, man." So
I don't like the word exposed either. I don't like that word either. I would say he showed his flaws. You know, every fighter.
Exposed. I love the word exposed. I use it all the time.
I would say
I'm about to expose you. She's like, nigga, you expose yourself. I'm your wife. I'm like, shut up. Think you smart, huh?
I would just say that his flaws were apparent tonight in the ring, but he got that. You know, they say that the power is the great equalizer. It also erased the fans' memory. They forget shit. Like with Wilder and Ortiz, they forgot Wilder was struggling when he was backing up because he knocked them out. And then when Tyson Fury backed up, they're like, "What is going on? Why is this happening?" Because it make you forget about your flaws. It make the fans forget about your flaws. But to people who know the sport of boxing, they see those flaws and they capitalize on them, or they formulate game plans on how to beat you. And I think he needs like maybe two more fights, you know, and he has to stay active in the ring too. He had ring rust tonight. He had to stay active in the ring, and he'll be ready, man. They're going to be exciting fights down the line.
All right, well, plug anything you want to plug before I let you go, man.
You can find me on YouTube the same way it's spelled on the screen, and that's it.
The Boxing Scholar, DABOXINGCSCHOLAR, The Boxing Scholar. Check him out, man. He got a lot of dope classic content over there too. When are you going lives? Are you dropping videos? And how often are you dropping, bro?
Yeah, I got videos. I'll be keeping them on ice, so I drop them. So I ain't constantly working like nonstop. But yeah, I got some videos ready to drop, man. I actually I've been working on one for a while, man. MMA versus boxing, where I talk about those very things.
Don't tell people too much because they'll steal your shit. I'm gonna let you know.
You know, that's why I didn't bring up a lot of talking points that I had in my video there. I brought up a couple, but I didn't bring up everything because I didn't want nobody to steal my idea. But yeah, I'm gonna drop an MMA versus boxing video.
All right, look, I'm looking forward to it, my brother. I see you in the next one. All right, God bless. Sign up for members only, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your man, Marq Nash. Another great episode of Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. As always, my guest will get the last word. Always remember, drinks require sleep, goals require effort. You can get that hoodie at marqnash.com, marqnash.com. Get the Boxing Life gear too. We got some Boxing Life gear over there as well. Some different designs, some mosaic pictures of some of the all-time greats. I got a new classic collection. I'm gonna call it Ring Kings. Check it out. Also, we got the What Can I Say? Definitely a conversation piece. When you wear this t-shirt or this hoodie, people are gonna be reading your shirt while you out. So yeah, I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. If not, guess what? God loves you, and so does Marq Nash here at the neighborhood. Always remember, man, respect is free. Disrespect gonna cost you shit. It's gonna cost you everything. What happened tonight was Blair the Flair Cobb got a little bit of his respect back. Vergil Ortiz definitely earned a lot of our respect, but only time will tell if he's ready to see the top two guys. I say top two because only two other guys got the belts. So that's it, man. It's your man Marq Nash. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly because life is serious enough. Respect is free. Disrespect gonna cost you everything. Look, man, this show is crazy. We have a good time. We crack a lot of jokes. Sometimes we agree. Sometimes we disagree. That shit is okay. It's all good. We gotta have that. We gotta have it. It keeps the juices flowing. Keep you sharp. But one thing's for certain and two things for sure.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Drive, motherfucker.
This that squad side.
This is me, man.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Marq, God made this possible. God made all of this possible, and so did dope as individuals like my boy Deuce Times.
What up?
Brandon Washington.
What up?
Born Supreme.
What up?
Karma Serene.
What up?
Lisa Bells.
What up?
That guy Eclipse 330.
What up?
Ace Retro.
What up?
Lady Shan Dun Dem Season.
What up?
Dub Right Side.
What up?
Jake Legault.
What up?
Rod of the Storm.
What up?
Boxing Lounge.
What up?
Taint the Sweet Science Examiner. He's an architect.
What up?
Pure Road.
What up?
D Bevel the Champ.
What up?
Rob G.
What up?
And Derek Lincoln. Love y'all. See you on the next one. Peace. Members only live start now. Members only live about to